just think about stretching the arms this long. And as we go, just think about deep breath in through the nose and deep breath back out through the nose. And as we start to draw the air in, just feel the length of the breath from the nose. My screen's frozen? It's still frozen? You guys can't hear? Okay. All right, so in through the nose, out through the nose. And think about the breath. Draw it into the back, to the outside of the rib cage. Just feel the width of the back side of our body. And as we move through this practice, we want to think about keeping our breath in through the nose and back out through the nose. Like I said, we're going to work hard, but we're not going to work to the point where we should be holding our breath. We start to use these shapes, not to get better at the shapes, but also just to improve the quality of our breath as we're moving through these different shapes. So another deep inhale here. And exhale. Now here, start to walk the hands over to the right side of your mat. Take the left hand, put it on top of the right hand. You can interlace the fingers and just sit back into that child's pose again. You'll feel this stretch a little more along the left side of the body. But as you start to draw the breath in, think about directing the breath a little more to the left side of the body. So you'll feel those left rib cage open up. You'll feel the intercostal muscles just open up. Good. A couple more breaths here in through the nose. And back out through the nose. Good. Now walk your hands back to center. Take a nice neutralizing breath here. And then let's do the same thing. Walk the hands over to the left side of the mat. Left hand is on the bottom. Right hand is on the top. And just sink back into your heels. You'll feel a little more stretch along the right side of the body this time. So just imagine directing that breath into the right side of the body. So right side of the rib cage. Feel them open up. Right side of your QLs. Just feel that whole right side of your body, just getting that breath opening up, creating a little more space. Another inhale here. And exhale. Let's walk the hands back to center. Now, one little thing we're going to do here throughout the class is with your hands reaching forward, think about the front part of the ribs. Instead of allowing the front part of the ribs just to sag in, think about knitting them and tucking the ribs in a little bit. And at the same time, get the same sensation that the tailbone is slightly curling, moving down towards the heels. Good. You guys still hear me? I think it went off for a while. Good, so nice in through the nose and out through the nose. Now walk the hands forward. Come into a tabletop position. So in a tabletop position, have the hands directly under the shoulders. Have the arms straight. And you want to be sure the hips are stacked up over the knees. Now just real quick, just allow the body to sag down. Just feel what it feels like. Keep the arms straight, but just see what it feels like. And then press the mat away. Really feel the strength. And then again, just allow the shoulders to sag. Arms are straight. See what that feels like? And then again, press the mat away. Now as we're pressing the mat away, just what I alluded to the last time, tailbone, imagine you're slightly tucking the tailbone. With the hand bones, with the hands, as you're pressing the arms into the mat, just imagine your sternum, your breastbone, you're using it to kind of lift it up. So you're going to really feel that catting position in the spine. Good, and then arms straight, drop the shoulders down. But this time, as your arms are straight, think about squeezing the shoulder blades together And think about rotating the pelvis. So you want to tuck the pelvis forward. Yeah. Just accentuating that position. And again, press the mat away. Arms are straight. You want to curl the tailbone. You want to feel like you're pressing the mat away, really getting the ribs, the sternum, almost like you're trying to lift them up over your head. And then drop the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades as you rotate the pelvis forward. Good. Take another inhale here. And exhale. Good. One more time. Push the mat away. Round the shoulders, tuck the tailbone. And then squeeze the shoulders. Rotate the pelvis. Good. Now here, step back and lower all the way down to the floor into Sphinx pose. You want to have the arms parallel, forearms on the mat. And then we're going to take Sphinx pose. So lift the chest. And here we're squeezing the shoulder blades together as we look up. And then forearm plank, but take the forearm plank from your knees. So just keep the knees on the mat. And as we're in this forearm plank on our knees, same thing. Push the arm bones, push the hand bones into the mat. Imagine you're tucking the tailbone to curl it, and imagine you're trying to lift the sternum, lift the front ribs, really get that cat position. Good. Take another inhale here, and then lower down, take another Sphinx pose. Good. Inhale, hands can grip the mat, shoulder blades away from the ears. And then start to ever so slightly drag the mat towards your feet. And then forearm plank again from the knees. Tailbone is tucking. The wrists, the hands, the elbows are all pushing into the mat as we're using our strength. And really think about lifting. Almost you're trying to get your sternum up over your head in a handstand position. And then lower down to the mat. Sphinx pose. One more breath here in Sphinx. And then here, curl the toes and just make your way into a downward facing dog. And the same thing in our dog. Press the mat away with the hands. The arms are straight. And imagine you're still trying to lift that sternum up over your head. So we're knitting those ribs in a little bit. Good here. Inhale. Let's take the right leg up. And on the exhale, bring the right foot through between the hands. Step the left knee down. And to begin, just bring the hands to the top part of the right thigh. We want that front shin straight up and down. We want the hips stacked over the knee. And then with that back leg, press that back foot into the mat and then drag it forward. As you drag that back leg forward, the right heel should drag towards the back of the mat. Bring the hands here to the front part of the ribs. Knit them down, and then inhale the arms up over the head. Keep dragging the back knee forward, front heel back as we take an inhale, look up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring the hands back to the mat, high plank. Here, let's lower down to the floor again. Take that Sphinx pose, inhale, lift up. And then forearm plank from the knees. Feel the strength in your anterior core as you really lift up, inhale. And then exhale, lower back down, curl the toes, downward facing dog. Arm bones are pressing forward. Hips are lifting high, and we're tucking the ribs in. Really feel the strength in this anterior part of our core here. Inhale the left leg up. And on the exhale, softly step the left foot through, right knee down. Hands can come to the top part of the thigh, knee over the heel, hip is stacked over the knee. Now, drag that back knee forward. Feel that scissoring motion as you drag the left heel back. Hands come to the front part of the ribs. Don't let them tuck in like that. We don't really want to round, you just want to kind of knit them in. Feel all this engagement. Maybe even think about you're dropping that tailbone at the same time. Maintain that inhale, arms up over the head. You want to bring the palms together, getting the gaze up towards the hands. Good. Take an inhale here. And on the exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Take that high plank. And then let's lower all the way down to Sphinx pose again. So hands on the mat. Inhale. Now here, curl the toes and take regular forearm plank. And the same thing applies. Tuck the tailbone. Knit those front ribs in and feel the strength here in your elbows and your arms as you take an inhale here. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Take another round of Sphinx. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, make your way into downward facing dog. Take a nice breath here in your dog. Inhale. And exhale. Now here, inhale, right leg high. And on the exhale, bring the right foot through nice and softly, set it down, left knee down. You can back up into that position with your hand on your knee. Scissor the leg back. Scissor the front leg forward, knit the ribs in as you inhale, arms up over the head. And then on the exhale, bring the hands to the mat and walk that front foot forward just a little bit into a half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. And with the hands, you can put them on the floor and still think about you're pressing the mat away. You're really trying to round. We're going to get into crows a little bit later, maybe a chance for a handstand hop. So this is all going to come in handy. Good. Inhale. And on the exhale, come back forward. Toe heel that right foot out a little bit. And then press that right knee open with the right arm. But as you're pressing the right knee open, press the leg back into the arm. Good. Take another inhale breath. And exhale. Now bend the right or left knee. Reach back. Just take this nice little twist. Inhale, breath. And exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Let's lower all the way down to the floor again. This time, bring the hands behind the back. If you can bind them, bound Shalabhasana. Squeeze the hands, lift the legs, lift the chest, lift the hands up off the back. And then hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot softly steps forward, right knee down, hands can come to the knee, or if you want to even bring them to the ribs to start first, you can do that. Drag the back heel forward, backward, front or back knee forward. We're getting that scissored motion. Tuck the tailbone, knit the ribs, inhale, arms up above the head. Feel the length as you tuck the tailbone. Don't take this into a back bend, except really knit them in. Good. Inhale. And then on the exhale, hands come to the mat. That left foot slides forward. Half splits. Hands are a good strong base on the mat. Taking an inhale breath here. And exhale, bend the front knee, lean forward. And as you toe that left foot out, you can have the ball of the foot off the mat, heel on the mat. And the left hand just presses the knee open. The knee resists into the leg. Good. Take an inhale here. And exhale, bend the left knee. Bring the right knee, reach the left hand back. Let's take this twist. Inhale, breath. And exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Let's lower all the way nice and slow to the floor. Keep the elbows in as you go down. Bind the hands, opposite thumb this time. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. And exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. One more little thing we're going to do before we actually get into a little bit more of a flow. Here we just want to walk the feet up, feet up towards the hands, into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Now inhale, lift halfway, bring the shoulders up to hip height, and fold. Toe heel, toes out. Same thing, you can have the toes off the mat, heels on the mat, and we want to sit down into a Malasana squat pose. So when we're in a squat pose, Malasana, again, press the knees into the triceps. Keeping the chest lifted, take an inhale here, and exhale. One more inhale breath, and forward fold. In the forward fold, bring the feet together. You want to spread the knees wide, and put the hands on the mat like you're going to go into a crow pose. We're not going to go into a crow pose, but put the elbows or the knees on the back of the tricep and just lean a little weight into the hands. And as you lean the weight into the hands, we've been working on knitting those ribs in. Think about knitting those ribs in here now. That's where you're going to find strength to really balance in these poses. Good. Take an inhale here. And then keep that position. Sit back down. Bring the butt to the mat. And find that same crow position on your butt. Good. Let's take an inhale here. Remember, we're knitting the ribs in. We're tucking the tailbone. And then lower down. Full boat. Let's come back up, seated crow, seated Bakasana. Lower down, low boat. Come back up, seated Bakasana. Nice slow transitional movements. And then cross the ankles. Lean forward, bring the hands to the mat. And step back into a plank. Take an inhale in plank. And exhale to downward facing dog. Take an inhale in your down dog. Press the mat away with the hands. And exhale, sink back down. Now here, let's walk the feet forward one last time between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale the arms up over the head, look up. And Tadasana. Good. A couple half salutations just to get our breath. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the shoulders to hip height. And exhale, fold. Inhale the arms up. I'm going to reach up, I'm going to stretch up. And Tadasana. Good. Another one just like that with your breath. Inhale up. And fold, exhale. Inhale, shoulders to hip height. And exhale, fold. Inhale the arms up, reach up. And Tadasana. Good. Maintaining that same pacing in our breath. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, shoulders come up to hip height. And exhale, hands down, right foot goes back. Good. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Maintain that same pace. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, right foot steps through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come to the mat, step the left foot forward. Inhale, shoulders lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, want to reach up and stretch up. And Tadasana. Inhale up. And fold on the exhale. Inhale, press the mat away. Exhale, hands down, right foot steps back, good. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, hands to the mat, take high plank. Inhale on high plank. And exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curl the toes, forearm plank. Taking a breath, inhale. And exhale, lower to the mat. One Sphinx pose here. Inhale, chest lifts. And exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Good. Continuing with that. Inhale the left leg up. And on the exhale, step the left foot through. Good. Inhale, arms up to crescent. And exhale, hands down. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up over the head. And exhale, Tadasana. Good. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, shoulders to hip height. And exhale, hands down, left foot steps back. Good. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands down, step back into high plank. Take an inhale in high plank. And exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curl the toes, downward facing dog. Good. Good. Take an inhale here. And exhale. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, right foot steps through between the hands. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. And exhale, hands down, step the left foot forward. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms are up, reach up. Maybe take a little back bend at the top. And mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, hands down, right foot steps back. Good. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, high plank. Inhale here. And exhale, lower down to the mat here. Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, curl the toes, forearm plank. Take an inhale here. And exhale, lower back down. Sphinx pose, lift the chest, drag the mat back. And exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. One last time on the other side. Let's inhale the left leg up. And exhale, step the left foot through. Inhale, reach up, crescent lunge. And exhale, hands down, right foot steps forward. Good. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, want to reach up, want to stretch up. And mountain pose. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the shoulders up, hip height. And exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, Tadasana. Good. Last time here, inhale up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, shoulders to hip height. Exhale, hands down, step the left foot back. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands down, high plank. Inhale in our high plank. Then exhale, lower all the way down to the floor for Sphinx pose. Good. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulder blades away from the ears. Exhale, forearm plank. Good. Take a nice inhale here. And exhale, lower back down, Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, go into downward facing dog. Good. Now continue that same pacing We're just gonna make this work a little more dynamic. So here what you wanna do is you wanna bend the knees, lift the heels, and then hop or step forward, feet between hands. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Now here, inhale, Utkatasana, take a breath. And on the exhale, slowly lower the hips down here. Remember, seated Bakasana. Inhale. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, seated Bakasana. And then cross the ankles, lean forward, high plank. Elbows stay in, low plank. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good, keeping that up. Inhale, bend the knees. Lift the heels and hop, step forward between the hands. Good, inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale into Utkatasana. And exhale, slowly lower back down. Seated Bakasana. Good, take it, inhale, seated Bakasana. Exhale, lower down, low boat. Inhale, seated Bakasana. Cross the ankles, hands to the mat, high plank. Exhale, low plank, elbows stay in. Squeeze the shoulder blades here, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Good, continue with that. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the heels, and hop, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale the arms up, reach up. Exhale, sit down into Utkatasana. Good. Inhale here. And exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Seated crow pose. Inhale, press the mat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, seated Bakasana. Cross the ankles, high plank. Now elbows in, exhale, lower down. Squeeze the shoulder blades as you're going down. Remember, don't let those ribs knit either. Good. And then upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Good. Taking a nice inhale. And exhale. Good, now we're just gonna build on that a little bit. Just wanna make sure everyone can actually hear me. I had someone text me that it's laggy, you could hear. I hope everyone can hear me now. If not, definitely send me a message. But as we get going here, let's inhale the right leg up. And as the right leg is up, rock forward into a one-legged plank. Now, don't let the ribs fall. Knit those ribs in. Remember all that stuff we worked on our knees and our forearm planks? Maintain that. Good. Now, inhale, lift the leg back up, three-legged dog. And exhale, bring the right knee as high as you can get it up into that tricep. And then step the foot down nice and softly, come up into a crescent lunge. Same thing we've been working on. Front ribs, you can take your hands to the front ribs first, knit them in. Take that back foot, straighten the back leg, drag the back toes forward. Drag the front heel backward with the ribs knitted in. Then inhale, arms up over the head. And as you're doing this, try not to take this into a back bend. So imagine this is part of the tailbone sinking down towards the floor. Imagine those ribs are coming in as we take an inhale breath here. And exhale, bring the hands to the mat, high plank. Take an inhale in high plank. And then exhale, let's lower all the way down to Sphinx pose. Good. Inhale, chest lifts in Sphinx pose. Exhale, curl the toes, forearm plank. Take a breath here. And then walk the feet forward like you're going to go into dolphin. We're still arms, everything's pressing the mat away. Inhale. And exhale, step back, forearm plank. Good. Inhale, breath. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Sphinx pose. And lower down, downward facing dog. Good. Taking an inhale here. And an exhale. Good. Now here, inhale, left leg high. And then let's rock forward into a one-legged plank. Remember, the ribs aren't sagging. Use that strength, knit them in, tuck the tailbone down, good. Inhale, leg comes back up, three-legged dog. And exhale, left knee to left tricep, as high as you can get it into that armpit, and then press the mat away. Knit those ribs into softly, step the foot between the hands, crescent lunge. You can take the arms overhead, or you can put them on the front ribs to begin. But front heel drags back. The back heel is dragging forward. Tailbone drops towards the ground as we knit those ribs in. Good. Inhale, the arms up above the head. Keep scissoring the legs. Build the strength here in this pose. Good. Take another inhale. And exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Inhale and high plank. Then exhale, lower all the way to the floor. We got our Sphinx pose. Good. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, forearm plank. Take an inhale and forearm plank. And then let's walk the feet up to dolphin. Good. Press the mat away with the arms, with the hands. Suction the hips towards the ceiling. Inhale. And then exhale, step back, forearm plank. And then lower down to the mat. We get our Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Taking a breath here in. And taking a breath out. Good. Now here, let's inhale that let's rock forward into a plank. And as we're in that plank with the hands, press the mat away, but then stretch the right fingertips towards the front of the room, front of your mat. Good. Take an inhale. And exhale, hands come to the mat. Three-legged dog. Let's take a twist. Inhale as we lift the right knee higher towards the ceiling. Exhale, right knee comes up as high as you can get it into that tricep. And then as softly as you can, step the right foot through. Crescent lunge. So the front shin straight up and down, the back leg is straight. We're scissoring the legs here. The ribs stay knitted in as we stretch the ring fingers, everything up towards the ceiling. Good. Now take an inhale. And on the exhale, just lead forward. Bring the hands behind the back. If you want to bind them, go for it. Bind the hands into this sort of a forward folded crescent. Good. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, release the hands. Bring the left hand to the front of the mat, just a little in front of the shoulder. Rotate over to the left foot. You can go into Vashisthasana, side plank. You can either have that right foot on the ground to lift up, or if you want to stack and lift up here. What we're trying to avoid is, you can't see me, we're trying to avoid this. So think about tuck the tailbone. Think about knit those ribs in. We get this nice solid part of our core, and then lift up. And exhale, hands come to the mat, high plank. Low plank, elbows in. Upward facing. And downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Now here, let's rock forward to plank again. Stretch the left fingertips towards the front of your mat. Inhale. Remember that right arm, staying strong. We're knitting those ribs in. Good. Hands to the mat. Lift the left leg, three-legged dog here with a twist. Good. Inhale, the left knee goes a little higher. Exhale, knee comes as high as you can get it into that left tricep. Then knit the ribs in, press them out, and feel that strength to set the foot between the hands, nice and soft. Good. Inhale, crescent lunge. Ribs knit in, tailbone drops. We're scissoring the legs here. Good. Inhale, stretch ring fingers up. And exhale, lean forward like we did before. Take the bind if you did. If you took the bind last time, cross the opposite hands on top. Just think about that. And then think about getting the palms together as tight as you can. So you're squeezing the pinky, you're squeezing the thumb side. Good. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, release the grip. Right hand goes to the mat, and we just want to take, we'll get into classes later, I won't do that, but you want to take the right hand just a little beyond the shoulder joint and roll over to your version of Vashisthasana. So like I said, you get this position here, or if you want to stack, you can stack, but tailbone drops. Front ribs are knitting in. Staying strong here, inner side plank, building side core strength as we look up towards the top hand. And high plank. Inhale. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good, nice inhale breath. And exhale. Now here, we're going to jump forward here in a second, but before we jump forward this time, think about all that work we've been doing about pressing the mat away, knitting those ribs in. Try to maintain the strength, the integrity of that as we jump forward. So your arms are always straight and you're lifting the hips up as opposed to, kind of really pressing against the mat in your hands. So bend the knees, lift the heels, and then hop or step forward, feet between the hands. Good. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, forward. Inhale, Utkatasana. Let's sit nice and low here. And then exhale, we're going to lower all the way down to the mat. Seated Bakasana. Good. Inhale. Exhale, low boat. Now you can take the hands behind the back if you want a little more challenge. You can stretch it. But remember, all that, we're tucking the tailbone. We're knitting the ribs in. Getting this nice hollow body here. Good. Inhale, come back up. Seated Bakasana. Low boat, your version. Seated Bakasana. Low boat. Seated Bakasana. Now cross the ankles and step back and take Chaturanga. Good. Take an inhale here. And exhale. Good, now here, inhale the right leg up. And then rock forward into a one-legged plank. Now on the inhale breath, stretch the left fingertips towards the front of the room. Core strength here, knit those ribs in. And then hand to the mat, three-legged dog again with a twist. Good, inhale, lift the knee up a little higher. And exhale, right knee as high as you can get it into that right armpit. Good, press the mat away, step the foot through, crescent lunge. Now we know what to do in crescent lunge, so maintain that, scissor the legs, knit the ribs in, drop the tailbone. Good, take an inhale breath here. And on the exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Inhale, lift the chest. And then on the exhale, turn over and just take a nice little twist there towards the right side. Now, if you want to drop the hands off for a second and be able to just finagle that arm a little higher up on the thigh, you can do that. If you want to drop the hand towards the floor, you have the range of motion, feel free to do that. Good. Take an inhale. And exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Now take an inhale breath. And exhale, lower to forearm plank. In your forearm plank, now start to walk the feet forward to dolphin. Good. Take an inhale, the arms are strong. Press the hands, press these wrist bones into the floor. And then step back, forearm plank. Inhale, breath. Lower down to the mat for Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And lower back down into downward facing dog. Good. Good, taking an inhale here. And taking an exhale. Good. Inhale, left leg up. Rock forward, one-legged plank. From the one-legged plank, inhale, stretch the right fingertips forward. Remember, we're knitting those ribs in. Don't let the back arch there. Tuck the tailbone, and then hands down, three-legged dog with a twist. We inhale the left knee higher. And exhale, right knee to the right armpit. Good. Press the mat away. Softly step the foot down between the hands. Crescent lunge. Nice. Here we know what we're doing. Squeeze the legs together, knit the ribs in, drop the tailbone. Good. Inhale, ring fingers, stretch out. And exhale, hands come down to heart. Good. Keep scissoring the legs here. Inhale. And exhale, twist to the other side, twist to the left side. So if you want to take the hand out and finagle that tricep a little bit higher. Good. If you like to open up the arms, you can do that. If the arms open up, just imagine you're taking the shoulder blades and you're trying to squeeze that inner border of the shoulder blade just closer to the spine. Good. Taking an inhale. And exhale, hands go to the mat into high plank. Lower down, forearm plank. Take your breath in forearm plank. And then walk the feet to dolphin. Maybe walk just a little bit closer this time. Inhale, hips go higher. Step back, forearm plank. Inhale here. And lower down to Sphinx pose. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Now here, inhale, bend the knees, lift the heels, and then you want to hop or step forward, feet between the hands. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Good. Inhale the arms up on a stretch up, on a reach up. And then Tadasana. Good. Now here, inhale the arms up. And exhale, fold. Now with the hands on the mat, keep the feet together. Open the knees wide. Now we're going to get a couple opportunities here to go into some crows and kind of work through some of these transitions we've been working on. But remember at the beginning of class how we put the hands on the mat, we lean forward, and we put weight into the knees? And we worked on keeping all this tucked in. We worked on tucking the tailbone. So put a little more weight, maybe a little more than you feel comfortable doing, just to get that feeling. And when you get that feeling, if you feel like you're ready to go up into a crow, you can go up into a crow. And then, wherever you're at, shoot the legs back. High plank. Low plank. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Another one just like that. Inhale, bend the knees. Lift the heels, and hop or step forward at the end of the exhale. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, fold. Good. Knees go wide, feet are together. Tuck these knees as much as you can get them up under your triceps, and then press the mat away with the hands. Remember, we're really strong. Knitting those ribs in, lean forward. And if you want to go into the crow, you can do it. If you want to use this as a little bit of a transition where you can just kind of lean forward, feet come up, and shoot back, and take chaturanga. Or skip it if you don't feel like doing a chaturanga. We've done shalabhasana, and we've also done a lot of Sphinx, so if you want to add those in instead of this, feel free. One last time doing the same thing here. Take an inhale, bend the knees, lift the heels, and then hop or step forward, feet between the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, fold. Now opening the knees wide. Now as you go down, really again, tuck those arms, really see if you can get them under there. And then what you got is you got to lift the hips up a little bit. And then as you're pressing the mat away with the hands, as you're knitting the ribs in, as you're tucking the tail on everything we worked on, just lean forward and see if you can find that crow position again. Now if you're feeling good, you want to straighten the arms out. You can do that. And then chaturanga. Good. Taking an inhale breath. And exhale. Now here, inhale, right leg up. Rock forward, one-legged plank. Inhale, stretch the left fingertips towards the front. Exhale, hands to the mat, three-legged dog with a twist. And then if you want to drop that foot down, you just kind of flip this dog here. You can do that as you inhale, lift up. And exhale, hands come back to the mat, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath in and out. Now here, inhale the left leg up. Rock forward, one-legged plank. Inhale, stretch, right fingertips towards the front. Core straight, tuck it in. Hand to the mat, three-legged dog with a twist. And if you want to flip the dog here, you can do that. Good. Inhale, we lift up. And exhale, come back down, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Good. Last little bit of work here we're going to do. Here, inhale the right leg up. Right knee to right armpit. Good. Inhale, leg up. Nice and slow. Exhale, knee to armpit. Press the mat away. Step the foot down. Crescent lunge. Good. Knit the ribs. Scissor the feet. Now take an inhale here. And on the exhale, we're going to lean forward and go into our Virabhadrasana 3. Good. And try to knit those ribs in. Yeah, try to stretch the fingertips forward. Now take an inhale breath. And then slowly lower all the way down into a standing splits position and lift that left leg up. But instead of really going into just like your typical standing splits, like we're doing in crow, put your hands into the mat. Lean a little weight into them, and then with those front ribs, knit them in. That's where that strength and stability comes for arm balances, inversions. Now, a few options here in this, standing splits. If you want to just lean forward, put a little more weight, lift the heel up, you can do that. If you want to work on some handstand hops, you can do that. Or if you just want to kind of go into a handstand, you can do that. Good. Another couple breaths here, whatever you're doing. And then hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Good. Take an inhale breath. And exhale. Now here, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee, left armpit. Really get in there. Really round that spine. Feel the ribs pressing away. Feel the tailbone tucking and three-legged dog. Left knee, left armpit. Good. Hold it and then press the mat away. Softly step the feet between the hands. Crescent lunge. Scissor the legs. We knit the ribs. Good. Inhale, breath. And on the exhale, slowly lean forward. Now the key about any arm balance is, is you have to unweight one part of your body to make the weight go into another. So if you're kind of leaning back and still trying to go into this, the more you lean forward, the lighter the back comes. Now slowly lower the hands to the floor, lifting that right leg up. And then we get our same options as we did before. If you want to put hands into the weight, we all want to do that. That's where we're going to build strength here. Knit the ribs in, and then either lean forward, practice some hops, or practice some handstand. And then when you're done, just slowly lower back down to the floor, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, breath. And exhale. Now here, inhale, bend the knees. Lift the heels and hop or step forward, feet between the hands. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. And then slowly begin to sit down onto the mat. Now here, bring the feet, we're going to go into a bridge pose, a little bit back bending portion. So separate the feet about hip width apart. Take their hands and just lift the butt up and then just scoot the butt just closer to the feet and then lay back down. You're going to go into a bridge. So we'll do a couple different sets of this. So first bridge, keeping the feet where they are, just press the feet into the mat, lift the hips up off the floor. When the hips lift up off the floor, think about dragging the heels towards your butt. And think about, again, tucking that tailbone to lift the hips higher. And if you like to bind the hands, roll to the left shoulder or squeeze the right shoulder under. Roll to the right shoulder, squeeze the left shoulder blade under, and then lift the hips even more. Tailbone is tucking. Breath is normal. So inhale, lift up. And if you want to stay here, go ahead and stay here. We're going to come back down. You can release the hands, slowly roll back down. And then just take a breath in. And take a breath out. We're going to do a second set. So if you want to do the same thing, option for bridge. If you want to take it a little bit deeper into a wheel, you can do that. Or if you think you've had enough and you just want to lay on the block and take a little more restorative, do that. But no matter what you're doing, we're going to do something. So bridge, lift the hips up. If you're doing wheel, hands come behind the shoulders, by the ears. And then what I like to do is as I lift up, just kind of lift myself up a little bit and just put a little weight on my head, not a lot, so I can get a little better position and then start to lift up. Good, take an inhale. And then when you're ready, you can come on back down. Good. Just take a nice in-breath here. And out. Now here, straighten the left leg straight towards the mat, front. And then lift the right leg up. You want to take Supta Padangusthasana. So if you can grab onto your toe, do that. If you need to grab onto the heel, or to the hamstring, you can do that. And then as we're doing this, don't think about this posture as being one where we're really trying to crank and get some motion. Think about this part of it as being a little more of a relaxing, neutral posture. So typically we have this little arch in our spine. We want to make sure we're not flattening our back to the mat. But we also want to make sure we're not really overly arching it. So we just find this nice, neutral position. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, bring the right knee to the chest, give it a squeeze. And then switch sides. Right leg is straight, left goes up. Index and middle finger, grab for the big toe if you can get it. If you have a towel strap, we're going to grab the back of the calf or thigh, you can do that. But this isn't about gaining motion. This is more about kind of calming our nervous system down. We've been working. We did some back bends. A few kind of ones right here. So just a way just to neutralize the spine. So again, don't arch the back. Don't flatten the back. But just find a nice, comfortable position here. Inhale. And exhale. Release the toe, squeeze the knee, give yourself a hug. And then bring both knees up towards together. And you can give yourself another squeeze here. And then get a little momentum. What we want to do is just want to rock up to a seated position for Utkatasana. So spread the legs wide. Take an inhale breath. And exhale as far as you feel forward. Good. Inhale here. You can reach the arms forward, whatever works best in your body. Inhale. And exhale. All right, come back up. Do our last little twist here. So, a couple options here. You can take the right hand on the outside of that right thigh, reach the left hand across, grab the bottom of the foot, grab the calf, or you can just press it on the knee and just take a twist. Good. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, let's come back up. Just place the hands behind you, just on the back outside of your thighs. Just lift the chest. Take a nice neutralizing breath here. And then same thing on the other side. Left hand on the outside of that left knee. Right hand can either reach across and grab the outside of the foot. It can grab the toe, it can grab the calf, grab the knee, just whatever works best on your body at this particular point in time. Good. Inhale and exhale. Another inhale breath. And exhale. Come on, slowly back up. Both legs forward, feet, toes towards the face. Inhale, arms up over the head. And exhale, forward fold. One inhale here. And exhale. Now inhale, let's come back up. So now we've done all the hard work. Now, we just kind of get to sit for a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to just end the class, just seated meditation. So if you're comfortable sitting cross-legged in Sukhasana, feel free to do that. If you prefer lying down on your back into a more traditional Shavasana, feel free to do that. We don't have tons of time, so I'd like to do 3 to 5 minutes of Shavasana, but what we'll do is we'll just do a couple minutes, 2 minutes of quiet Shavasana here. And as we begin, I'll just give us little bits of cues every 30 seconds, just to let you know that I'm still here. I haven't cut the video off or anything, but other than that, I'm just gonna be quiet. And then when we're done, just feel free to stay longer, enjoy your Shavasana a little bit more. But if you gotta get out of here in that hour time limit, feel free to go out and enjoy the rest of your day. But into the nose, and out the nose. That's 30 seconds. That's a minute. That's 90 seconds. And that is 2 minutes. So again, feel free to stay here a little longer if you just want to enjoy this. Otherwise, I would like to thank everyone for just joining me in practice today, and namaste.